Hi, I'm Todd Reichelmeyer. I'm the IB economics teacher here at the American School Milan. I'm here with Dr. Charles Wheelan. Dr. Charles Wheelan has been joining us here at ASM all week because of the Fund for Excellence here. I guess the first question I have was, how was it working with our students here at ASM?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, one of the nice things about the whole week is that I got to work with a whole group of different kinds of students. We talked to the 9th graders who had no exposure to economics, 10th graders who didn't either. We had the second-year IB students who have a fairly advanced knowledge of economics, but that meant we could go deeper with different kinds of problems and case studies. So it was really fun to get a nice cross-section of the different students and their different exposures to economics.
Awesome. And you also were in the TOK classes. How was that for the theory of knowledge classes with our seniors?
That was a great experience. So here we weren't talking directly about economics, but much of what I do, I'm really a public policy person. Economics for me is a tool to understand other problems. And what we're trying to do is always ask that central question of TOK, which is what do we know and why do we think we know it, and is that for real? A lot of public policy is trying to answer difficult questions in the face of uncertainty. So it was really fun for me to talk about some of the methodologies that we use in public policy and economics and draw that back to the class, which is just how do we understand knowledge, how do we create knowledge, and so on. It was an interesting fit, not one that I had thought about or worked on before.
Awesome.
If you buy a second car, a polar bear is going to die because the ice caps are melting. Someone may say, okay, I want my car more than I care about polar bears. And one important thing to recognize about economics, about public policy, is just about anything we do creates winners and losers.
I know that we had over the week we also had an event last night, actually on Thursday at Bocconi, where we had a workshop on the future of jobs, and we had a good contingent of students. We had some HR people and everything. But I guess, would you like to kind of sum up what you thought the takeaways were from your speech, and then maybe what you thought maybe one takeaway could be for our students walking out of that kind of hour-long lecture from everything?
Right. So one of the points I try to make at Bocconi is a point that I've made over and over in different ways to the students all along, which is that there's a huge and significant rising return to skills, which is to say, without getting too far into the economics, that people who have skills are more valued in the labor market than ever before. And unfortunately, people with low skills are being replaced by machines, they're replaced by immigrants in some cases, by trade and others. So one of the most important things you can do as a student anywhere is to get these important skills. That was the lesson I tried to make at Bocconi. I had some data and so on. I also tried to talk about what those skills look like. They're soft skills, the ability to learn, the ability to work in groups and so on. What was interesting for me at that event is we then had some HR experts and people who are Italian business people who could talk more specifically about the skills they need in the labor force, how they get those skills and so on. So for me, it was really interesting to see my kind of economic perspective on this match with people who are actually doing it in the labor force, and by and large they agree. I mean, everybody coming at this from different angles seems to agree that the most important thing we can do is teach our students these critical thinking skills, and by and large that's what I saw this week.
Awesome. I guess our last question would be, now that you've taught in high school and you've worked here the past week, are you thinking of moving from Dartmouth to the high school level, or do you want to stay at the higher education?
Man, I have so much respect for people who teach high school, including my wife, who is a high school math teacher. I teach 4 hours a week, and while that is important, it is a tough schedule, I have to say. I've enjoyed working with all these different classes. I'm not sure I enjoyed working with them one after another. I like the breaks, and I have great respect for people who do it. But no, I'm not leaving college anytime soon.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. He's committed to Dartmouth. But I just want to say thank you on behalf of the ASM community. It's been an absolute blast on my end from a selfish point of view, but I know the students have been not talking about it, and I know I will be talking about it for many, many years to come, the time that we spent here. So,
yeah, well, thank you for bringing me here.
All right, yeah.
Enjoying Milan, getting to see the school, getting to learn from people, and the examples that the students put forth. For me, it was a great learning experience as well.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Are the polar ice caps melting because of human activity?
Yes.
Some would argue, I believe they are, but that is a measurable, objective fact. But other people would say, well, no, it's not man-made activity, so there is a right answer. We're just still in disagreement over what it is.